Hello all, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. Good day today. Gonna use my new double ring, 1905 vintage. I suspect it's gonna shave just like a single ring because it's the same head. The handles were just changed, that's all. From a double ring to a single ring. It was cheaper and easier to manufacture. So, but still, gonna use it. We have in it for a blade. We have a blade that DJ sent me. It's from Vietnam. It's a Gillette Super Thin Platinum from Vietnam. So we'll give that a ride. And he also, the soap he sent me, a sample. Gael Laoch. Gael Laoch. Laoch. I think it was Gael Laoch. Is how they said it on a Google search. How to pronounce. It's a Gael Laoch. Don't ask me. It's Gaelic, Norse Gaelic to be precise. And a bowl that just came in today. It's cast iron. It's heavier than hell. It's like my granite bowl up there. And I've got it on the cup warmer. That's the soap I put in there. Probably too much. Probably too much soap. But I've never used Murphy McNeil, and I'm using a Badger brush, so I don't know how much it's going to absorb. But that thing is getting warm, sitting on my cup warmer. And the brush we're using is my Hadi Ali that I reknotted with a Badger. This is just a plain Badger, nothing special about it. Not. I've got several different Badgers, and I have not noticed any difference really between a silver tip, a best Badger, and the Badger hair. So that's just a plain cheap ass Badger hair knot. That's all we're using today. And for an aftershave, I'm just going with the musk because I don't have anything that really smells like that. All right, let me lather this up and I'll be right back. All right, we got some lather whipped up. I gotta go see Mom today, so I'm gonna just try and get through this shave. I really don't want to rush it too much, but I gotta get on the road. I gotta go see Mom. She needs things. Okay, well, now that my handle went into the soap, I just dipped the handle in my tub of water to get the soap off of it. And this brush is nice and soft. Yes, it's brand new Badger. Never been used. This is the first use of it. But I soaked it for a day and a half, like 36 hours, in hot water. I started with hot water, and then it just got cold. But I soaked with hair shampoo, conditioner, just like you would condition your hair if you have hair. You use a conditioner on your hair. I soaked it in that for like 36 hours. And every time I came in the bathroom, I stirred it up. And it took all the scritchiness out of the brush. It's got a wee bit, not a lot. But it feels really good. It's soft. And since it's new, it's going to lose a few hairs. And the lather's not warm yet because it hasn't had a chance to get warm. I just whipped it up. The bowl was warm, so it should start warming the lather up. 1905 Gillette double ring with a Vietnamese Gillette Super Thin Platinum. When was the last time I shaved? Today's Saturday, so Tuesday was the last time I shaved. This is like day 3.5. And this super thin is probably less than half of the thickness of the blades that were. You got to remember, guys, these were sold as adjustable razors. These and the single rings, because the blades back then, if you remember, they didn't have the slots in them like they do now. They were just 3 holes for each one of these and the center post. Each one of these posts and the center post. There was only 3 holes in the blade. And they were really, compared to today's blades, they were really thick. So depending on how tight you tighten the cap on it was how much bend you put on the blade, how much torque you put onto it to conform to the head. And you could adjust the aggressiveness of the blade. If you clamped it completely down, you had less blade gap. And it was a milder shape like it is now. I've got it completely clamped down. So if you loosen it up a little bit, that blade was able to spring back up and come off the teeth a little bit and give you more blade gap. It would make it a little bit more aggressive. Damn. That's a good blade. I like those super thins already. I do. Yep, getting some warmth in the sides now. Because I didn't let it sit long enough. I'm really glad I reknotted this handle, because you guys saw that synthetic one. I had a big glob of glue right down in the middle of it and made it really fan out. I don't mind it being fanned out, but you couldn't really lather with it well because it had nothing in the center. It was all just a big glob of glue that glued all the bristles down. So taking that out and putting this in makes it a lot better. Oh, you know what else I didn't do? So busy talking, I forgot. So I could have that scent a little later. Okay. The scent on this soap, bergamot, or excuse me, not bergamot, patchouli, pepper, lemon, peppermint. I'm trying to remember what was in it. I'm picking up the patchouli. And a little bit of the peppermint. Everything's kind of mixed rather well. It's good. This scent is really hard to pick out individual notes for me. I'm I'm really trying to think of what I pick up a little bit of the pepper and the patchouli. It's a good scent. Would I buy a full tub of it? I don't think so. It's just a good scent. It's not blowing my skirt up or anything. You guys know I like my darker scents, and this is not one of those scents. Come out of there. I stuffed enough soap in my ear last year. Ooh. I just picked that bowl up to scoop up some more lather. That sucker's hot on the bottom. That was a mistake. I don't think it absorbed that much soap, this brush. That is a good scent, though. I like that. Just not in my upper tiers of scents. I think I just got myself right there. I think I did. Another hair. And another one. I knew I saw one, and I knew it didn't come from my head. Yep, see, I got myself right there. There too. My neck is always giving me trouble when I shave. Always. That might need stitches. I got in there good on that one. Ain't bleeding, I ain't shaving. Go over the neck again. Yes, I know, there was nothing to really talk about. Eli Whitney got a patent, or got an order from the U.S. government to supply them with 10,000 muskets because they wanted to build up the military. And he had never built a gun before in his life, but he bid on the contract and he won it. You know, Eli Whitney, man that made the cotton gin. He made the cotton gin in hopes of ending slavery, or at least reducing it. But what he did is he actually increased slavery, because cotton was labor intensive. Cotton is not what you think of. When you think cotton, you think cotton ball. All right, cotton's not like that. It is infiltrated through and through, each little cluster of cotton with seeds, and they had to be picked out by hand. And it was usually one person could do a pound of cotton in a day, and that was a 12-hour day. Picking all the seeds out and do 1 pound a day. His cotton gin allowed 500 pounds a day to be done because it thrashed, it grabbed you spun it and the forks came up and it grabbed the cotton and it pulled it through a mesh of actually just really close together wires that the seeds couldn't fit through, and it separated the seeds, so when the cotton was pulled through, the seeds fell down into a bin. And that you just kept doing that, and you could do like 500 pounds a day as opposed to 1 pound a day. So when he did his cotton gin, increased the need and production of cotton because U.S. was sending cotton to Europe and northern textile mills. Well, when you can increase your productivity of a product and you can sell more of it and increase your production and sell more, you need more people to work to grow the cotton. So he actually didn't decrease slavery, he increased it because of his cotton gin. But today was the day he won the contract to produce 10,000 muskets for the U.S. military, the U.S. government. And he had to, it wasn't his idea, he was just one of the first ones to try to use it, of making parts all the same instead, because back then muskets were made by individual makers, and each piece was hand fitted to each rifle or each musket, and you couldn't take a plate off of one musket and put it on another and expect it to work because they were all fitted differently. Excuse me. So he wasn't completely successful at it. It wasn't completely finished until after he died in like 1825, I think it was, or no, 1840. It wasn't complete until, I think it was complete in 1825 is what it was, that the day he could do it. But he was supposed to supply 10,000 muskets to the military, and he was 9 years late on his delivery of the muskets because of his production, trying to get his production up, trying to invent the machines to do the production because he didn't have anything. He'd never done it before. Let's see if we got residual slickness, we're good. And he did not get rich off his cotton gin like you'd think he would. He ended up spending most of his profit off the cotton gin fighting patent infringements with other people that were copying his cotton gin and selling it. So most of his money went to fighting legal battles. And that was part of the reason he wanted the contract to make the muskets, is to get out of the hole he was digging himself into, fighting all these legal battles. So it didn't absorb that much. It did some, though. Oh, I need to turn that off, because that's hotter than hell. Oh. Good scent. Nice face wash. Bloody rag. Like I said, if I ain't bleeding, I ain't shaving. Sorry, just trying to get hot water out of the tap. We're in a cold front down here. We're getting down into the 40s at night, low 40s, like 42. mind getting up to like 56 during the day. I know some of you guys are going, only 56? You would love to have 56, wouldn't you? But that's not how we roll in Florida. We're supposed to be in the 70s. Okay, we're going to use our broken alum block and see if it'll stem the bleeding on that. Let's do this side first. Oh, that's like a full point over there. That blade cuts close. Wow. Oh, it's like a 6 on that side of the neck. This side too. Holy crapola. You guys can't see it, but my knees are going like this. Actually, that right there isn't that bad. My neck was worse. That's only like a 4. My neck was a lot worse. Holy crapola. But yeah, I got like a 1 all over the face. Like a 6 on the neck. Holy mother of pearl. Oh. Alright, take that off, please. Okay. Witch hazel. That actually feels good going on. Okay, now this is going to burn. Okay, drive a truck through that. I'm going to do the finger trick now that I remember. I always forget to do it. Okay. Not that bad. Not that bad. Maybe a 2 all over. Not that bad. The witch hazel really helps because it cleans the pores out. The alum sealed all the little cuts out, and that witch hazel clears everything. So that wasn't that bad. I might put Septic on that before I go. But you know, before I get into that, if any of you want to toggle, there's one for sale for the next day and a few hours, like maybe 5 or 6 hours, 4 hours, something like that, on eBay. There's a 1960 Gillette toggle in the case with the original blades and the paperwork. If you're interested, I think it's listed at $4.95 on the bidding and a buy price of like $6.95. Buy it now price. They're not cheap. Toggles are not cheap. I don't know if I'm going to get a toggle or not. I probably will. It's one of the other ones I'm kind of interested in. But I'm not going after that one. I already pretty much, between my barber chair and this, I pretty much shot my load for the month. Actually, I went over my load. I overloaded it. Got one up there too. Crap. Okay, so those Gillette thins are... Wow, look at my neck. Wow. My neck always gives me problems, though. Always. You need to stop. All right, good shave, lots of blood. That's me. But that super thin blade, that sucker's sharp. I think that was what did it. I'm just so flippin' happy I got my double ring. That was the one razor I really, really wanted. And if I'd never gotten one, I'd been okay with the Luna double ring, the one that was made in Germany. I'd been okay with that, but it's not the same. But I'm glad I got that. So I got kind of like 2 double rings, so I'm kind of happy. All right. Y'all take care. Appreciate you being here. Old Eli Whitney, appreciate you being here. The man that extended slavery in the South and increased it by accident, not wanting to. He wanted to reduce it. But that was the major interesting thing that I saw. Well, and the Treaty of Paris was signed today also between France, Spain, Netherlands, England, United States, ending the American Civil War, or American Revolutionary War, excuse me. And Spain didn't want to sign because they wanted to continue the war because they wanted more land. They wanted more English territory. They didn't win. And the United States said, you know what, the hell with all you guys. We're going to negotiate with England directly and get a better deal, which they did. We got from Canada to Florida borders and to the Appalachian mountain range, I think it was. But anyways, yeah, we got all the East Coast and we got better trade deals and everything. And France wasn't happy about us doing that deal with England on the side, and neither was Spain. Dutch were like, who gives a shit? But that's the Dutch. All right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I enjoyed my shave with my double ring. I really did. I don't care that I gave blood. If I gave blood, you don't have to. So the gods will be happy with my blood. You don't have to give any to the shaving gods. I already did it. All right, guys. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Take care out there. And we're done with the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there.